Welcome back. It was back in 1974 when Debbie Stabenow was first elected as an Ingham County Commissioner. And this week, she's ending her 24 years of service in the U.S. Senate. She already gave her farewell address. But how do you sum up 50 years of public service, especially since she was still working as of our conversation on Friday to avoid a government shutdown?
You know, I think sometimes, Senator, we all know how we're going to feel when either we retire or we change a job. And you've had so many accolades these last couple of weeks and your speech on the Senate floor. I'm curious, though, what has struck you as you've kind of gone through this goodbye process that maybe has surprised you that you didn't think that you were going to be reflecting on?
Well, Chrissy, there's so many things. I mean, it's not just my 24 years in the United States Senate, which I've been so honored to represent the entire state. But going back, and I've had folks that have reached out to me from my state house days and state Senate days and, county commissioner and so on. And I realized that all those years ago, when I was 24 years old, I never anticipated, never planned to have this opportunity or be where I am. But for me, it was always about helping people. Michigan, moving forward, trying to solve problems, making life better for people. I've tried in every way I can to do that, whether it's the 3.5 million individuals that we've helped with casework who called the office, or it's the policies that I've been involved with on healthcare and mental health and jobs and on and on. But it's all about people. And it still is in this whole budget fight. People need to be focused not on politics, but on impact on people, because that's what we're supposed to be focused on.
I think it's interesting when you look back and impact, especially in the Senate, longevity equals power in terms of influence and being able to bring the issues of Michigan then to the forefront. And I think back to the 2014 Farm Bill, which was really what you were able to guide. And it was an overhaul that we hadn't seen in quite a while. Does that stand out to you? And we'll get to where the Farm Bill is standing today and the work that needs to be done there. But did that stand out to you as a key piece for you in terms of leadership in the Senate?
When we did the 2014 Farm Bill, which was signed at Michigan State University by President Obama, we'd never had a farm bill signed before outside of Washington. And I said to President Obama, this is a farm bill. You need to come to farm country. And Michigan State is the oldest land grant university. So I was really thrilled that he did that for me. But that year, we made a number of reforms to stop subsidies that farmers got just for whatever they planted, whether it was a good year or not, and really transformed it into supporting farmers who had risk, weather risks, price risks, and so on. And we really changed what we were doing. And one of the things I am proudest about is that before I got into the Senate Agriculture Committee, fruits and vegetables were not even in the Farm Bill. There were 11 titles. I had to do a very big fight to get Title 12 so that now about half what the country grows, fresh fruits and vegetables, are actually getting support and research and efforts to support them. And then local foods. We have, of course, Eastern Market in Detroit, which I adopted from the moment I got into my position to support their efforts and food access and jobs and growing the economy. And now we have farmers markets all across the state that are going strong.
Yeah, I'm curious, what was the art of negotiation on that, Senator? And then also looking at where we stand now, and there really seems to be, you need a new farm bill, but there is no agreement here as we're going into 25.
Well, so far, in every farm bill up until this one, I've had Republican partners, the lead Republican, who really understood that we needed to work together and get a bipartisan bill. It's the only way you do it. I've been involved in actually 6 farm bills. This is the 3rd one that I have led. But in 2014 and then 2018, I had Republican partners who knew it was about coming together, about compromising. As a big country, lots of different interests, and that we had to do it together. And that they also understood that you don't pit the food assistance part of the Farm Bill against supporting farmers. And so we go into this this time around having to write a farm bill. And unfortunately, it just became very, very different.
Yeah, we've talked a lot also that people aren't thrilled with what's happening in Washington right now. When you see the one side versus another side mentality, and you're stepping away now, what will you feel kind of looking from the outside in, and what do you want people to remember about the Congresswomen and men who are serving them?
Well, first of all, people are people, whether they have a title of senator or congressperson. And we all need to start from the fact that we all care about our kids, our families, our communities. We want to be able to be rewarded for our work. We want to have opportunities. I mean, there's commonality that keeps getting lost in all of this, because there are folks that frankly benefit foreign powers as well as those in our country who want to divide us. They want us to be afraid of each other. They want us not to trust each other because they want to have power. And if we come together and work together for the common good, they're not able to control things. And so I'm very concerned that we get past all the social media, past all the stuff going on, and actually just listen to each other and respect each other. Mm. I have been successful over and over again, not because I worked with people that I agreed with on everything. It's because I looked for somebody on the other side of the aisle that I could agree with on one thing. Mm. And we get that done and do another one thing. We are transforming community mental health because I reached across the aisle to work with my Missouri colleague, Roy Blunt, on one thing. And that is what's happening now. 41 new clinics in Michigan. We're transforming mental health as healthcare, and the same thing on the Great Lakes or anything else. My lead partner this last 2 years on the Great Lakes has been J.D. Vance. We don't exactly agree on a lot, but we agree on protecting the Great Lakes. And so that's how you make change happen. And that's how you improve people's lives.
So what's next? Come January, what will this feel like for you?
Well, I'm still in the middle of it because I'm still studying the agriculture. So
you're not thinking about that yet.
I know that, first of all, I'm going to stay in Michigan. Why would I go anywhere else? We have the most beautiful state. My family's here. I, of course, very close to my 5 grandkids and son and daughter, but I'll get a chance to even do even more with them. And I want to enjoy our Great Lakes even more. And I am going to stay engaged in things I deeply care about around mental health and healthcare and food access. But the most important thing is, for the first time in my adult life, I will not have a legislative calendar determining when I can do something, when we celebrate birthdays or Christmas, or when I can take a vacation. The flexibility is something that I'm going to have to get used to, because I'm so used to being governed by somebody else's schedule. And so I'm looking forward to that.
A little liberation for you.
Exactly.
Senator Debbie Stabenow, thank you so much. It's good to see you, and I know you still have a little bit of work ahead, so we'll let you go do that.
Take care. Happy holidays.
My thanks to Senator Stabenow. I'll be right back.